Morning, everybody. Welcome to week 6 of media management. Going to keep this one short and sweet because you can probably tell by my voice. I'm coming off 3 days of the funk and not going to be able to talk very long. So just want to give you a heads up. This week we are talking about entrepreneurship, which comes from chapter 4 in your text. And we're also talking about one of my favorite subjects, innovation, which comes from chapter 6. So those are your two chapters for this week. You need to do your chapter summaries over these. Again, those will both be done by Sunday, or be due by Sunday at midnight. If you could do me a favor and put them in one Word document instead of two separate documents, it makes it a lot easier for me to go through and be able to grade them. I can put them together, make all the comments on one, and then just send you one document back. If you would do that for me, I'd appreciate it. As we get into innovation in particular, there's two texts I want to share with you. One is Birkins the Myths of Innovation. This is a text that I looked at when I was working on my PhD, taking a leadership class, and some of the things that we think about with innovation that really are not 100% true. Ways that we evaluate whether or not to go about innovating, whether we ways that what we should innovate, what we should not. But it's talking about some of the myths, and we can learn a lot from mistakes as much as we can from lessons. The other one is Everett Rogers' Diffusion of Innovation. And for some of you on your responses, I mentioned this book. It is very, very interesting. It's a thick book, but it's a easy read. It's a good read. Had that in one of my other leadership classes working on my PhD. But it talks a lot about how we get innovations diffused into our organizations, how we get people to buy in. I mentioned champions to some of you. But if you're really into innovation, if you're interested in it, because we are in a very innovative age in the media, how we get our messages out, the technology we use to get those messages out, the different techniques we get to work with different people to get those messages out. It's a very innovative age for us. So if you really are into it and you want to check those two out, I encourage you to do so. But chapters 4 and 6 and entrepreneurship and innovation this week. Chapter summaries due by midnight on Sunday. And you need to start working on your midterm projects. Take a look at those. For the undergraduates, you have one. For those of you who are doing this for graduate credit, there is a second a second midterm project that you need to be looking at. Go ahead to go to assignments and take a look at both of those. They are both due March 11th by 5 p.m. So I know we've got a few weeks before that, but be encouraging for you to go ahead and start taking a look at those and look at the assignments this week. And if you've got questions for me, let me know what those are instead of waiting until that week before to start working on them. Okay? If you've got any questions, give me a holler. Have a great week.